Life was not designed to be a walk in the park. We are humans, what can we do except be our imperfect selves? But when we are people, doesn't that make us all perfect? Because life was not designed to be easy, but we get through the tough times together. We help each other see the light at the end of the dark tunnel, and we have a hand to hold while we walk across the hot coals that are the challenges which we face alone. But we are not alone. We are a community. Perfect in spite of our imperfections, great because of the difficulties we face, and we are facing one now. Heads up, hands in the sky, we walked into this year with our hopes high. The previous one was not the best, and we hoped that this wouldn't be much of a mess. We shrugged off the sad things that faced us, ignoring them. For this year is going to be great. After all, we said, it couldn't be much worse than 2019. But when tragedy struck one after another, we knew we were wrong. Many of us even forgave past years for thinking that they were hard, because they had nothing on this. For 2020, our greatest year yet, loved irony. And it played its own April Fool's joke on us early on. Rather than our greatest year, it was the worst one yet. For me, my great-grandmother died. She was with her 5 children in the end, and she reached the grand old age of 103. And we sort of expected it, but it was still a hard blow. And in 5 months, more tragedies befell us than a whole 12 months worth. Tragedies, mind you, that are worse than almost any we have faced before. We don't know how to cope with them because we don't know them, and the unknown is our greatest fear. Left to our own devices for too long, us humans tend to go crazy. With too much time on our hands, we are left clueless as to how to spend it. It is a circumstance that we dream about, but we are here now. And what do? It only makes it worse that we can't go anywhere or see anyone. I can say that I'm sick and tired that I can only see my friends in once-a-week Zoom meetings. And here's the problem. Our communities are the ones that support us in the hard times. We come together to make changes in the world, and we mourn with each other at the loss of a life. We support each other when it matters most. But now is when it matters most, and now is when we cannot be together. But as we do, our community has gotten around this. People make inspirational messages and post them or send them to people that need them. We support the people on the front lines who are risking their health to help others. I, for one, am experiencing this as both of my parents are first responders. Whenever I see letters of kindness or posters of support, I am touched. My parents are risking their health, and people are grateful for them. We're making a change in people's lives. A change for the better. Let's take a step back now and look at the big picture. We are in a pandemic. We are staying at home and self-quarantining to prevent ourselves and our community from getting sick. We have been and are going to be staying home for a while. And when we could stay home and eat and sleep to our heart's content, it would be a sad use of our time. Because now is the time where we get to step back and actually look at the big picture. For the past decade, we have been worker bees, stuck in the constant cycle of strict routine and constant work. But since the outbreak, all rational ideas have been thrown out the window. With nothing else to do, we have time to do things we may have always wanted to do. This is an opportunity that should not be wasted. You want to walk out of your house proud of what you did in quarantine. You want to come out of your little cave in your house a different person with a different view of the world around you. Because the world is changing, and we ought to as well. Life was not designed to be a walk in the park, but that does not mean you are supposed to hold up the world with your 2 hands either. Life has never been worse, but don't let that keep you down. Though we are almost alone in this, we've never been closer. People are doing everything they can to support each other, and it won't stop anytime soon. And with all the time in the world, you can create and do amazing things. Limitation can be the greatest inspiration for change. We can change the world. And it has already started, so why not keep it going? This can be a revolution if we put our heart and soul into it. Because we are humans. And isn't that perfect?